keep subheading Daemon threads. Daemon threads. It is also important for interview room. Daemon threads. Daemon threads. So do you know what is Daemon thread? What is the Daemon thread? The thread which is executing in the background. The thread which is executing in the background is called Daemon thread. Best example, here say this one, garbage collector. Garbage collector is the best example. Next and after that, attach listener. Attach listener is the example. Next, signal dispatcher. Signal dispatcher is okay. System level threads and all these things. System attach listener, signal dispatcher, garbage collection, like garbage collector. These are Daemon threads. The threads which are executing in the background are called Daemon threads. Background executing threads are nothing but Daemon threads. Can you please give an example for Daemon thread? Best example, garbage collector. Garbage collector is the best example. Or attach listener or signal dispatcher is nothing but Daemon threads, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, first add the threads which are executing. The threads which are executing in the background. The threads which are executing in the background. The threads which are executing in the background are called Daemon threads. The threads which are executing in the background are called Daemon threads. Are called Daemon threads. Example, garbage collector, signal dispatcher, attach listener, etc. Garbage collector, signal dispatcher, attach listener, etc. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is garbage collector, signal dispatcher, attach listener, etc. Completed, right? Okay. Now the next terminology. Okay, make sure this point is also a bit very important conclusion, right? What is the advantage of Daemon thread, or what is the objective or purpose of Daemon threads? Best example, suppose here if you consider, okay, what is this one? Ayo, 70 mm screen. 70 mm screen. Have you got what is multimedia, na? What is that Ayo, 70 mm. Sorry. Okay, assume. Yeah. Okay, we are in front of 70 mm screen. Now here, legend, hero is there, heroine is there. Okay, some character artists are there. Like there are several. It's nothing but like. So here to act these people on the screen, okay, hero, heroine, all these people, to act these people on the screen is nothing but there are n number of people should work internally. Are getting in the background, there are several people are required. Do you know, without makeup, can you please act, can you please ask them to act on the screen? Then automatically we are much better than them without makeup. Okay, this is a simple word. Sir, if ask heroines to use her original voice, then automatically we are not in a position to listen sometimes. Are you getting that? Okay, this is we are not in a position to listen. Okay, this is, you know. So to see one person, one actor on the screen, n number of people should work in the background. Makeup person, so like n number of people should work in the background. You know. So first person who required to see these people on the screen. First person who required. Highest recommended person, producer must be required. Without having the producer, how you can expect remaining people? Producer must be required. And then who is the next one? Director must be required. Next and after that remaining makeup person, music director, this a choreographer, that like there are several people are required. Suppose assume 100 members are there in the screen. On the screen 100 members you can able to see. But to act these people on the screen, minimum 10,000 members should work in the background. You know, if you visit any shooting spot, okay, shooting place, 3 or 4 members are there acting in front of camera. But how many supporting people are there? Do you know? Minimum 100 members will be there in the supporting people. Maybe so in all streams is nothing but in all. So some people are there to arrange food arrangements. Some people are there for arrange is nothing but background scenarios. Some people are there is nothing but very recently I saw one movie, one shooting Chaitanya Nag Chaitanya movie somewhere in some park. Is nothing but like just hero and heroine just talking in the park. It's nothing but just talking in the park. To just in that scene only these 2 members only. But minimum 100 members are there in the surround. There are hardly 10 members to control is nothing but audience, to control viewers is nothing but like 1. Next and after that there are 4 or 5 buses are there for them. Is nothing but 1 bus to take rest of to take rest and so on. Almost around 10 buses are there like next up food arrangements. Next so these 2 members are talking, hero and heroine, just heroine is proposing to the hero or hero proposing to the heroine. Something is happening there is nothing but like. So just for the in the park, right? So whenever shot ready is nothing but background ready is nothing but like there are some people should walk in the background in the park like just like so couples just like pairs, like there are some people has to walk. Do you know that the people who are walking in the background, those people also is nothing but related to these only. Next some people balloon sales people are there, those people also belongs to this only is nothing but like next there are some ice cream like is nothing but that person is also related to this only is nothing but just everything is under their control. Just how many actors are there on the screen? Only 2 members is nothing but hero and heroine, but in the background is nothing but hundreds of people should require to provide support. Are you getting? So you can see producer, we never saw this person on the screen, I'm sure. Okay, director, mostly 99.99% he never be there on the screen. Okay, like music director, like these people. But without these people, so they can't run on the screen. Correct or not? Okay, this the people who are there in the background to provide support for these background people are nothing but by default considered as what? Daemon threads, right? Are you getting? Daemon threads. So assume these people are nothing but our main threads. Our main threads are non-Daemon threads. Are you able to understand? Daemon threads, non-Daemon threads. Observe the main purpose of Daemon thread is to provide support for non-Daemon threads. Best example for you here, just observe this example right here. See, sir, my main program, my main thread working here. Observe, my main thread is working, right? Main thread is executing. Suddenly main thread facing some memory problem. Main thread facing some memory problem. Immediately what the JVM is going to do? Sir, JVM what the JVM will do? JVM run garbage collector. Suddenly this garbage collector is going to run with a high priority, run and destroy some useless objects, so that happily my main thread can able to continue. Are you getting? Who provides a required memory for the main thread is an ultimate garbage collector. Are you getting? Indirectly, the purpose of this garbage collector is to provide support for main thread. Is it clear for all of you? Right? Okay, to provide support for non-Daemon threads, right? So there may be a chance of asking, what is a Daemon thread? The thread which is executing in the background is called a Daemon thread. Can you please give an example for Daemon thread? What is the example? Garbage collector is the example for a Daemon. What is the purpose of Daemon threads? To provide support for non-Daemon threads within bracket main thread. Is it clear for all of you at this point? The main objective of Daemon threads is of Daemon threads is to provide support for to provide support for to provide support for to provide support for non-Daemon threads, to provide support for non-Daemon threads, non-Daemon threads, to provide support for non-Daemon threads, within bracket main thread, within bracket main thread, main thread, main thread, main thread. So, for example, if a main thread runs with low memory, for example, if a main thread runs with low memory, then runs with low memory, then JVM runs garbage collector, then JVM runs garbage collector, then JVM runs garbage collector, runs garbage collector to destroy useless objects, to destroy useless objects, to destroy useless objects, to destroy useless objects, so that number of bytes of free memory, number of bytes of free memory, number of bytes of free memory will be improved, number of bytes of free memory will be improved, so that number of bytes of free memory will be improved. With this free memory, with this free memory, main thread can continue. With this free memory, main thread can continue its execution. Main thread can continue its execution. Are you able to understand? So, what is a Daemon thread? What is the purpose? Is nothing but clear, right? Now, usually Daemon threads runs with low priority. Correct or not? At the beginning, here, legend this one. At the beginning, main thread and garbage collector is there. Assume main thread priority 5. Correct or not? Garbage collector priority 1. Then which thread will get the chance? Main thread. That's why main keep on executing. If a memory problem there, immediately what the JVM will do, rise its priority from 1 to 10. Rise the priority from 1 to 10. Then which thread can continue? Garbage collector. Happily garbage collector can destroy. Once a sufficient free memory is there, immediately JVM reduces its priority to 1 back once again. Then main thread can continue its execution. Are you able to understand that? Usually, Daemon threads runs with low memory, but based on our requirement, Daemon thread can run with high priority also. Daemon thread run with low priority, but based on our requirement, Daemon thread can run with high priority also. Don't feel Daemon thread always runs with low priority, can run with high priority also. Okay, add. Usually, the priority, usually Daemon threads having low priority, having low priority, but based on our requirement, Daemon threads can run with high priority also. Daemon threads can run with high priority also. Okay, next up. Sir, can you tell how we can check whether the thread is a Daemon or not? There is a method is Daemon. Regarding by using is a Daemon method, we can check whether the thread is the Daemon or not. Sir, I want to change Daemon nature of a thread. Daemon to non-Daemon, non-Daemon to Daemon. Then which method we have to call? Set Daemon. Regarding how many methods are there? 2 methods. What the first one? Is a Daemon. Second method, set Daemon. Sir, here public boolean is a Daemon. if you can ask this method on any thread object, nobody is going to tell whether it is a Daemon thread or not. Okay, first one. Sir, I want to change Daemon nature of a thread. What is the method? Public void set Daemon of boolean b. If you use a true, now the thread will become Daemon. If you use a false, now the thread will become non-Daemon. Are you getting Daemon and non-Daemon, right? But here one small twist is there. If you want to set the Daemon nature, it is possible before starting of a thread. Suppose thread already started. I'm trying to set the priority. I'm trying to change the Daemon nature. Then immediately we are going to get runtime exception saying illegal thread state exception. Make sure you people should aware illegal thread state exception. Let me repeat once again. Sir, we can change a Daemon nature before starting of a thread only. After starting a thread, if we are trying to change the Daemon nature, then we will get what? Illegal thread state exception. Sir, we can change the Daemon nature, no problem, but it should be done before starting of a thread. Okay, and we can find, we can check Daemon nature of a thread. We can check Daemon nature of a thread. We can check Daemon nature of a thread. Daemon nature of a thread. We can check Daemon nature of a thread by using Daemon nature of a thread by using is a Daemon method. We can check Daemon nature of a thread by using is a Daemon method of thread class. By using is a Daemon method of thread class. Is a Daemon method of thread class. Of thread class. Okay, yeah. Public boolean is a Daemon. Public boolean is a Daemon. Next up, we can change Daemon nature of a thread. We can change Daemon nature of a thread. Daemon nature of a thread by using. We can change Daemon nature of a thread by using. We can change Daemon nature of a thread by using set Daemon method. By using set Daemon method. By using set Daemon method. Okay, take second method. Public void set Daemon of boolean b. Set Daemon of boolean b. Next point here. I will take this one, right? Now add. But changing Daemon nature. But changing Daemon nature is possible. But changing Daemon nature is possible. Before starting of a thread only. But changing Daemon nature is possible before starting. Changing Daemon nature is possible before starting of a thread only. Changing Daemon nature is possible before starting of a thread only. Before starting of a thread only. If after starting a thread, if we are trying to change a Daemon nature, after starting a thread, if we are trying to change a Daemon nature, then if we are trying to change Daemon nature, then we will get runtime exception. If we are trying to change the Daemon nature, we will get runtime exception saying illegal thread state exception. We will get runtime exception saying illegal thread state exception. Are you getting that? Okay, this is. Next one, what is default nature? Default nature of a thread. Keep subheading. default nature. What is the default nature? What is the default nature of thread? Default nature. Now here see, by default main thread is always non-demand. Sir, main thread is always what? Non-demand. But what about remaining threads? But for all remaining threads, the default nature is inheriting from parent to child. Regarding if the parent thread is the demand, automatically child thread is demand. If the parent thread is non-demand, automatically child thread is non-demand. Are you getting? So by default main thread is always what? Non-demand. But for all remaining threads, demand nature is inheriting from parent to child. Okay, add. By default main thread is always main thread is always non-demand. By default main thread is always non-demand. And for all remaining threads demand nature will be inherited. And for all remaining threads demand nature will be inherited. And for all remaining threads demand nature will be inherited. Demand nature will be inherited from parent to child. Demand nature will be inherited from parent to child. From parent to child. That is if the parent is a demand, if the parent thread is a demand, that is if the parent thread is a demand, then automatically child thread is also demand. Then automatically child thread is also demand. Automatically child thread is also demand. Child thread is also demand. Next up. And if the parent thread, that's all. Automatically child thread is also demand. And if the parent thread is a non-demand, then automatically child thread is also non-demand. Then automatically child thread is also non-demand. Child thread is also non-demand. Child thread is also non-demand. That's all. Completed, right? So what is the demand, non-demand? What is the default nature? Now I have one big doubt. Can you tell, is it possible to change the demand nature of main thread? Ayo, main thread is always non-demand. Is it possible to change the demand nature of main thread? No way. Impossible. Because main thread already started by JVM at the very beginning only. Are you getting? After starting the JVM, immediately next activity what JVM will do is nothing but main thread will be started. Are you getting? So who is responsible to start main thread? JVM. Already JVM. Programmer is not responsible. So once the control coming to programmer, main thread already started. So this is, so it is already started by the JVM at the beginning only. That's why it is impossible to change the demand nature of main thread. But for all remaining threads, happily we can change, no problem at all. Are you able to understand? Because the remaining threads I'm going to create. So before starting, I can change the demand nature, no problem at all. Okay, this is. So is it possible to change the demand nature of main thread? Impossible. Okay, take a note. It is impossible. It is impossible to change. It is impossible to change demand nature of main thread. It is impossible to change the demand nature of main thread. Impossible to change demand nature of main thread. Impossible to change demand nature of main thread because it is already started by JVM. It is already started by JVM. It's already started by JVM yet the beginning. It's already started by JVM yet the beginning. Already started by JVM yet the beginning. already started by JVM at the beginning. Clear, right? Okay. Now observe this one. Sir, I'm taking class test. Public static void main method string array args. Class test public static void main string array args. Can you tell at this point of time how many threads are there? Ayo, at this point of time how many threads are there? One thread is nothing but like how many threads are there? One thread. Now I want to check whether that main thread is a daemon or not. That one thread is the main only. Is it a daemon or not? System.out.println. Can you spell out? Thread dot current thread. Thread dot current thread dot is daemon. Is nothing but like. I'm sure what answer by default we are going to get. Can I spell out what the answer? False. False itself is the answer we are getting. Okay, don't keep any doubt. False. Now the target is here. See this one. I want to change daemon nature of main thread. I want to change the daemon nature of main thread. Thread dot current thread dot current thread dot set a daemon of true I'm taking. Is it valid or invalid? Invalid. Immediately runtime exception we are going to get saying illegal thread state exception. Illegal thread state exception, like we are going to get runtime exception, right? Now target is okay. After let me create my thread. My thread T is equal to new my thread. Can you tell this thread created by which thread? This line executed by which thread? Main thread. So main thread is the parent and this is the child. Main thread is the daemon or non-daemon? Non-daemon. Automatically child thread is the daemon or non-daemon? Non-daemon. If I can ask system.out.println T dot is a daemon, what the answer we will get? T dot is a daemon. False is the answer. Correct, right? Sir, I want to change daemon nature. I want to make this thread as a daemon. Possible or not? Because I didn't start this thread. That's why T dot set daemon of true I'm taking. T dot set daemon of true. Now onward, this T is a daemon thread. Now let me cross check once again. System.out.println T dot is a daemon. T dot is a daemon. Can I spell out what the answer we will get now? True by default is the answer, right? Are you getting? Not required to keep much explanation, like. Okay, that's all. So is it a daemon or not? Okay, this is how to change the daemon nature. If I'm trying to change the daemon nature of main thread, what will happen? Okay, let me execute this code and let me show the confirmation, right? Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. So what I'm taking here is here, just observe this one. Okay, now let me take a simple example. Class test. Are you getting? Class my thread extends thread. Class my thread extends thread. Okay, now I'm taking public. Of course all these things are not required, right? Class my thread, that's all. System.out.println. Anna, can you tell what is the code? Thread dot current thread dot thread dot current thread dot is a daemon. DAEMON is a daemon. Is nothing but like. So let me save this code as test.java. Can you tell what the answer we are going to get now? False. Because what is the thread? Main thread, right? Main thread is the daemon or non-daemon? Non-daemon. That's why Java C test.java Java test. The output by default we are going to get false. Sir, main thread is not a daemon. Now I want to change daemon nature of main thread. I want to change daemon nature of main thread. Thread dot current thread dot set daemon of true I'm taking. set a demand of true I'm taking. Now observe this one. What the answer? The code compiles fine, but what the answer? Exception in the thread main. What is that exception? Illegal thread state exception. We can't change the demand nature of main thread because it's already started by the JVM. Okay, like now let me take my thread t is equal to new my thread. My thread t is equal to new my thread. Now system dot out dot println of t dot is Daemon. T dot is Daemon, like I'm taking. Can you tell what is the child thread? Is the Daemon or non-Daemon? Is it a Daemon or non-Daemon? Non-Daemon. What the answer we are going to get? False. So last SOP better to give the important false is the answer. Correct or not? False. Main thread is the non-Daemon, child is also non-Daemon. But now I'm asking T dot set Daemon of true I'm taking. Set a Daemon of true I'm taking. Now after setting Daemon, child thread at the Daemon, now I'm trying to print SOP of T dot is Daemon. Now what is the answer? T dot is Daemon. What is the answer? Last SOP is nothing but true itself is the answer, right? Last SOP better to concentrate. Okay, what is the answer we are going to get a true. So how to check whether the thread is a Daemon or not? How you can change a Daemon nature of a thread? But after starting a thread, if you are trying to change the Daemon nature, what will happen? Is it clear for all of you? Ready? Okay, at this point, take this example anyway. Take, yes, only one class is missing. What is that class? You know, class my thread extends a thread. Class my thread extends a thread, curly brace open and close. Take clearly. Public static void main thread dot current thread dot is a Daemon. False. Thread dot current thread dot set Daemon of true. Completed, right? So beside every SOP take the corresponding output also. So what is a Daemon thread? So what is about its behavior and the default nature? You people should have clear clarity. T dot is Daemon of true, like we are getting. Thread dot current thread dot is Daemon of false. Thread dot current thread dot set Daemon of true. Illegal thread state exception we are getting. Illegal thread state exception. Okay, like clear for all of you, right? Okay, like next only one point. Last point about the Daemon thread. What is the last point? Let me explain this point. Can you tell what is the purpose of Daemon thread? Ayo, what is the purpose of Daemon thread? To provide support for non-Daemon threads. So best example, main thread. To provide support for main thread, garbage collector is there. Suppose, just observe, boss, while shooting going on, then hero, heroine is there, or character artists are there. There are several supporters are required. Makeup person is required, cameraman is required, like dance master required, like there are several people are required. Suppose shooting completed, actors are not there, shooting got completed. So once actor is not there, makeup person is required or not required? Not required, because the makeup person requirement is to provide support for these people. Sir, shooting got completed, all actors left. Now makeup person is required or not? No. Cameraman is required or not required? Not required. Are you getting? So the main purpose of Daemon threads is to provide support for non-Daemon threads. once the last non-Daemon thread completes, Daemon thread required or not required? Not required. Last non-Daemon thread completes, Daemon thread not required. That's why once the last non-Daemon thread completes, all Daemon threads will be terminated automatically. Forgetting all Daemon threads by default will be terminated automatically irrespective of their position. Is it clear? Last non-Daemon thread terminates, all Daemon threads will be terminated automatically irrespective of their place. Or Daemon thread is in the middle, whether you are in the middle or beginning or end, first to terminate, because you are no longer required. Last non-Daemon thread already terminated, right? Okay, at this point, whenever last non-Daemon thread terminates, whenever last non-Daemon thread terminates, automatically, whenever last non-Daemon thread terminates, automatically all Daemon threads will be terminated. Automatically all Daemon threads will be terminated. Terminated irrespective of their position. Okay, now listen this example well. Here I am taking, so class my thread extends a thread. Sir, this is the last example related to Daemon. Class my thread extends a thread. Now public void run method, for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus, system.out.println child thread, SOP of child thread. Fine. Now try. Okay. Now thread dot sleep of 2000 milliseconds, catch interrupted exception E, like I am taking end of the for loop, end of the run method, end of the class. Are you getting? Okay, this. Sir, can you tell what is the job of this thread? 10 times child thread sleep like. Now class Daemon thread demo, like I am taking. Now public static void main method string array args, class public static void main string array args. Here how many threads are there? How many? One thread. What is that one? Main thread. Main thread creates a child thread and start. What is the way? Can you spell out? My thread T is equal to new my thread. My thread is equal to new my thread. Can you tell this T is the Daemon or non-Daemon? Non-Daemon, because main thread create, if the parent is the non-Daemon, automatically child is also non-Daemon. Can I change the Daemon nature of T? Yes. What is the way? What is the way? T dot set Daemon of true. Okay, T dot set Daemon of true. Okay, this is assume line 1. Anyway, that part I will explain. After the T dot start I am taking. T dot start. Now system dot out dot println end of main thread. End of main thread. End of this one. End of main thread, like this I am taking. Now take very special care about this terminology, right? If I comment this line, main thread is Daemon or non-Daemon? Non-Daemon. Child thread is Daemon or non-Daemon? Non-Daemon. Both the threads will be executed until their completion. End of main thread, child thread can continue. How many times child can continue? 10 times. Okay, both the threads will be executed until their completion, right? Now observe, if I am removing this comment, if I remove this comment, then main thread is Daemon or non-Daemon? Non-Daemon. Child thread is Daemon or non-Daemon? Child Daemon. Whenever main thread terminates, automatically child thread will be terminated. Child thread won't continue its execution because last non-Daemon thread complete, all Daemon threads will be terminated. Are you getting that? Let me show practically whether this thing is possible or not. Here see, observe. Here Daemon thread demo.java. Here just 1 minute. So just observe, any changes are required. Can you please cross check? Class my thread extends a thread, public void run method. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, system.out.println child thread sleeping and so on. My thread is equal to new my thread, t dot set Daemon of true, t dot start end of main thread, like I'm taking that. Okay, end of main thread. Now observe carefully. If I comment this line, main thread and child thread both are non-Daemon, both will be executed until their completion. Correct or not? Yes, boss. Here see, Java see Daemon thread demo.java. Yes, Java Daemon thread demo. Yes, end of main thread, child thread. How many times a child thread can continue its execution? 10 times happily it is going to execute its continuation. I mean, child can continue. Even end of main thread happen, child won't stop. Child will be continued because child thread is Daemon or non-Daemon? Non-Daemon. That's why. Now, let me remove this comment. Now, main thread is non-Daemon. Child thread is Daemon. Now, once a main thread terminates, automatically child thread will be terminated. Either child thread will execute 10 times for loop? No, just a cross check. Now here see, here the code compiles fine. Now observe this one. End of main thread followed by child thread. Either child thread executed 10 times? No. Why this one time came? Just the child thread triggered. Now JVM terminates one time. There is no guarantee for that one time also. Here, do you know? There is no guarantee. No guarantee for one time. Maybe a chance. Here, have you observed? There is no guarantee. Yeah, have you observed? Only end of main thread. Child thread not yet. Is nothing but like. Are you getting? Once a main thread terminates, automatically child thread by default will be terminated because child thread is Daemon or non-Daemon? Daemon, right? Is it clear? Practical proof. Okay, take this example. Take this program clear. This is the last point about Daemon threads. Take clearly. Completed, right? Plus my thread extends a thread, public void run method like take. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than 10. Completed, I hope. T dot set Daemon of true. T dot start end of main thread. end of main thread. Take clearly. Completed, right? Yes.
Instead of main thread in normal Java program, how many threads are internally?
Now we can check. There is a possibility. I will explain in the thread group like one concept is there. There I will show. Completed, right? Okay. Now you add some theoretical point. Theory. Here you add t dot set Daemon of true is nothing but like add. Keep. If we are commenting line 1. If we are commenting line 1, both main and child threads are, if we are commenting line 1, both main and child threads are, if we are commenting line 1, both main and child threads are non-Daemon. Both main and child threads are non-Daemon. Non-Daemon. Both main and child threads are non-Daemon. And hence both the threads will be executed. Both the threads will be executed until their completion. Both the threads will be executed until their completion. Until their completion. Next para. If we are commenting line 1, if we are not commenting line 1, if we are not commenting line 1, then if we are not commenting line 1, then not commenting line 1, then main thread is, if we are not commenting line 1, then main thread is non-Daemon. Main thread is non-Daemon, and the child thread is main thread is non-Daemon and child thread is Daemon. Main thread is non-Daemon and child thread is Daemon. Child thread is Daemon. Hence, child thread is Daemon. Hence, whenever main thread terminates, automatically child thread will be terminated. Okay. In this case child thread will be terminated. Next, in this case output is can I spell out what the output ana? End of main thread followed by child thread. That's all. Either one first case one time end of main thread followed by child thread, or sometimes we may get end of main thread, or sometimes we may get at least one time child thread. Assume child thread got the chance, and then end of main thread. These are the only options for this program. Only options. But here only one thing you should aware. Either child executed 10 times or not. That's what you have to cross check. Child got executed 10 times? No. Either 1 time or 0 times max. 0 times or max 1 time. That's all. This is about what is Daemon. Right, last conclusion anyway, whenever the last non-Daemon thread terminates, automatically every Daemon thread by default will be terminated. Clear for all of it, okay, that's all. There ends.